Hi, I'm Kathleen Reeson. And if you book conferences with leaders, there's two things I want to talk to you about. The first one is 96% of business leaders, they're feeling some sort of burnout. And 34% are feeling extreme burnout. And guys, I've been to a ton of conferences, a ton of leadership development and business conferences, and we talk all about how to grow your business, how to be a better leader. But what we don't talk about is how to address this burnout. And that's really one of the biggest things that's standing in the way of unlocking significant potential in businesses. So what I want to tell you about today is why those numbers are so high. As a high-performing leader, there are 4 points to your life. So think of your life as a square. In that square, we've got you in the center as the leader. And on the outside, we've got one corner that's got business, one corner that's got family, one corner that's got self-care, and one corner that has your community. So all of those are really important parts to our life. Well, what happens when you have a business crisis and you slide just a little bit down into that business section? Well, it doesn't seem like it's that hard to slide back up into the center. When I looked at the model this way, it didn't really explain why 96% of us are feeling some sort of burnout and why 34% of us are in severe burnout. So I took that square and I flipped it to a base. And I made it a pyramid instead of just a square. And then you take that leader and they're standing at the top of that pyramid. And all of a sudden, what happens when you have a business crisis? That pulls you down that pyramid and you've literally fallen down the side of the pyramid. Now you have to climb back up to the top. Well, what happens when we have a business crisis? We're gonna overcorrect. We'll spend more time with our family. So swing over to that family side, and now you're hanging out over there. And now you have another business crisis, and you gotta go back to the business side. And all of a sudden you look at the top of that pyramid and you think, that's a long way away. And the self-care on the other side of that pyramid, you don't have the energy to get over there. You're tired, so you give that up. The community on the other side, you don't have the energy to go over there. You give it up. And all of a sudden, here you are hanging between business and family. And you're feeling depression, you're feeling angry, you're feeling anxiety, you're feeling overwhelmed, you're feeling fear. Those are all what happens when you sit in that bottom section, just hanging. But guys, here's what we have to do, and I want to challenge you. You got to find that peak. You got to be able to look up, see that peak. And sometimes that can be like climbing a ladder. And if you climb that ladder and there's no end to that ladder, you'll never reach the top. So we have to stop. We have to figure out what that peak is for us. And that is how we get back up that pyramid. My speeches are designed to help leaders identify where they're at on this pyramid and provide them with actionable steps to reach that peak. If this is something that's of interest to you and your conference, please go to my website, kathleenreeson.com/speaks.